Hey everyone, welcome back. We are in week 4, season 2 of our slow burn Dynasty, coming off a big win against number then ranked 14 Georgia. Such an impressive victory that we did catapult all the way up to number 25 in the nation. So that's big for us, that's big for our program, it's going to be big for recruiting, and just big all around. So I'm really excited about that. We got a tough test this week with number 5 Clemson, going to their place. I think they're in the top 10 of toughest places to play, so we're going to have to be in our A game again. So the road doesn't get easier, but it's definitely something me and my little AI team are up for. Just a quick heads up that the game of the week this week is between number 8 USC and number 3 Oregon, so you'll be ready to catch those highlights as they come through on the gameplay. All right, let's jump into recruiting. Coming off a big response win last week. Hopefully our recruits saw that. Hopefully they're excited about what we're doing. So let's check in with our board. First things here, we got 5 guys that are ready to visit. So Clint, Sean, Billy, Matt, and Richard are all ready to come in. We'll try to get them in on the same day. Especially, I want to get Clint in as early as possible as a JUCO guy. And I don't think anybody else is going after him. Oh, maybe Air Force is. Now that changes my plans a little bit. But they can't be ready for a visit. All right, we're going to get Clint in against rival New Mexico State. We'll get some bonus points for that, which will be good. And hopefully he signs right away. We can get him and then use his points elsewhere. Sean Maxwell, I think same thing. There is one other team that has offered him. We continue to pull away by 595. So I'm going to get Sean in week 6, again, against a rival, and hopefully he signs fast. I think Billy White too, get him in early, get him in with Sean. Sign him early, hopefully. And then Matt Jones. I think we're just pulling away by so many with a lot of these guys. If we can get them in quick, continue to pull ahead, and get them to sign quick. All right, so all those guys are visiting versus New Mexico State / Coastal Carolina, and hopefully we can sign all 5 of them after week 6. All right, we do have 300 points to play with here. We'll just check in. Clint moving well. John going well. Is John almost ready to visit? Yeah, next week he'll be ready. Marcus, next week he'll be ready to visit. Sean is in. Billy White, Matt. Wow, Sean. Might be 1 or 2 weeks here before Sean is ready. But we're pulling up by 570. Nobody else is putting points into him, which probably tells me that they're not even on his board. For going up 570 over Army. So Army must not have him on their board. USC does it, Miami does it, Oklahoma does it. The only one that has them on their board is Boise State. So that bodes well for us. Richard Hancock, again pulling ahead. Matt Anderson is looking good. Ray Mitchell, we went all in on last week with our extra points. That's going to turn out well for us, I think. Vince Whitaker, same kid out of New Mexico, moving up 235. Johnny Turner, this guy is the fast one, and his tackling is decent, pursuit's decent. There's a little bit of zone coverage. I'm going to put 250 into him. Kicker, we're going up. Daryl Burns will get a scholarship. Pretty sure I like his attributes. Speed's okay, acceleration's okay, but he's elusive. He's got a stiff arm, he's got a spin, got some juke. He can run some routes, decent agility. So we'll put 150 into him. Now, we've got all these new guys we got to get points into. Andy Allen, he's the guy out of Nevada. Added him because we beat Nevada. Again, he doesn't fit our criteria for recruiting. 65 overall within the region. He's 70 overall, but we took him from Nevada. Nobody else is going after him, so we'll get him 150. Nick Williams, Houston has a scholarship on him. Everybody else is going down 260. He went up 125. We'll keep him here. Maybe try to get some points, but we have so many corners. We'll keep him as is. Marcus Young. Oh yeah, not all these guys are the new guys. We just moved Andy Allen up. And we moved Nick up as well. But Marcus Young has been here for a while, moving up 190. He's got a scholarship. Brian Ziegler's an athlete. I believe he's JUCO. He doesn't do anything really well, but I think he's versatile. He got some man coverage, some catching, some throwing, some running. So an athlete we could use somewhere. But no points to give him right now. I don't think he's a priority. Nate McCullough keep going up. Isaac Simon, Jason, that's good for them. Brandon Brown going up 190. Charles Collier jumped up 440, as often happens when you add them to a board. But that looks good for us. Aaron Johnson 490. Again, these are, I think, all the new guys now. David Finley might be tough to get if Purdue's got a scholarship on him, but we'll keep him on the board. John Parham looks like we're doing well. Matt Allen, Jake Vincent, Lester. I'm just hoping that nobody else has offered these guys. Ryan Waller would be great to get. And Eric Scott's going to come off the board. Somebody's offered him, we'll just drop him by too much. So I'm going to go find one more recruit, keep the board full, and I'll show you guys who I find. Alright, after scouring through Arizona, Colorado, Montana, Idaho, Missouri, Texas, California, New Mexico, I did find Brandon Tyler, 5'9" wide receiver, 65 overall. Good enough speed, acceleration is not quite there, but he can break some tackles. He's got elusiveness, route running, got some release. So somebody I think that could help us down the road. Alright, I want to see if I can try to find some points to get on David Finley, tight end. John Hughes is close to visiting. He'll visit next week. I'm pretty sure of it. We're going to drop him at 250. Nobody else is going after him. Marcus Bridges will keep the same. Sean Maxwell, I'm not comfortable pulling any points off him, even though we're going up 595. Billy White the same. There's just too many other teams after him. Matt Jones has a visit scheduled. We're going up 770. We'll drop him to 250. Sean Johnson, we'll drop to 275. Richard Hancock will drop to 200. And Anderson will keep. Mitchell will keep. Whitaker will keep. Turner will keep. These other guys will keep as is. I'm going to move David Finley up. We'll start with 300 on him. And then the other guy, Matt Allen, we'll get 250, move him up. We still got points to use. We'll get 300 on Waller, and then 125 to Collier. Right, Nick Williams would be great to put some points into him, but we've got these other two guys up here, other three guys up here. So I don't want to put any points into him just yet. We'll see what happens next week, how many points we keep dropping with him, or if we continue to go up. But everybody else, I feel pretty good about gaining ground. Brian Ziegler, again, not super worried about him. These guys are moving up. These guys were kind of jumping. John Parham. Oh, I thought John Parham had a scholarship on him, but it was Finley that had a scholarship on him. But we're getting a bigger bonus with David Finley, so we're going to keep him there. Parham is going to move up. And again, these other guys were gaining. Carlton Moore. Be all right. Stiegel, Rose. We got a lot of corners on here. I don't know if it pays to have that many, but that's what we're rocking with right now. And then Brandon Tyler was added late. So that'll be our recruiting board. Again, feeling really good about all these top guys and the points that we have into them. How much we're pulling away from the other teams. Again, hopefully week 6 we sign a bunch. Hopefully by week 8 we can get more. After week 8, it really opens up to the rest of the country, and we can start recruiting more guys. But this looks good. David Finley's making me nervous, but we got 300 into him. I think we can keep jumping up. All right, so that'll do it for recruiting. Let's jump into scouting. All right, Clemson is coached by Dabo Sweeney. Offensively, they're going to run the spread, balanced run and pass. They're going to be conservative, again, which means draws, screens on long distance downs, and they're not going to go no huddle. Defensively, they got 4-2-5, balanced run and pass. They're going to be aggressive, so we'll have to be ready for some blitzes. Again, maybe keep a running back in, and maybe if we identify blitzes, we get some hot routes going. All right, skill level wise, Dabo is a 51. Oh, not even a 52. They get all the bonuses in the game. Again, for us, the big ones are the timeouts, Coach Adamas, and then no penalties. If we keep it close, they're going to be clutch. Offensively, they got Andrew Thacker, level 18. Got some good bonuses here. Block shedding. Got the stamina, the coverage, and the tackling. So they're going to be solid on defense. Offensively, they got Tony Elliott, maxed out all the bonuses. And when you get guys at the caliber that they have and they get the bonuses, it gets really difficult to defend them, to go against them, as we saw with Ray Anderson. Once you start pairing these great coaches with great players, teams get really tough to beat. All right, personnel-wise, we are starting on offense with quarterback Frank Johnson, redshirt junior, 94 overall. He's going to be able to run, scramble, throw power is 98, throw accuracy is 92. So we got a work cut out for us defending him. One of Frank Johnson's weapons is going to be Jason Hall, 93 overall, 96 speed, 98 excel. He is a burner. Good agility, great catching, route running, catching traffic, got some spec catch, got good release. So as was the case with the previous two opponents, our defensive backfield is going to have their hands full. Paired with Hall is Will Wright, redshirt junior, 92 overall, 88 speed, 89 excel, good agility, catching, route running, catching traffic, spec catch are all really good. He's got good release, good carrying, can break some tackles. So two great weapons on the outside for them. Then they've got a third in Jermaine Swan, redshirt senior, 91 overall, 92 speed, 94 excel. Got great catching, route running, catching traffic. He's got a good release. He can break some tackles. He's elusive. So they got three guys on the outside that are going to be tough to defend. And we'll just add a fifth one here since he's on the offensive line. 91 overall, Brian Neely, redshirt senior. Good speed, acceleration, pass blocking, run blocking, both at 89. Impact blocking's up there, strength at 92. So I'm guessing he is the best of a really good offensive line. Defensively, they start with Jason Smith, 90 overall. So defense maybe not as highly rated as their offense, but still really good. 95 speed, 98 excel. Got good awareness, man coverage, zone coverage. You can press, catch a little bit. Play rec is up there. Pursuit, can tackle for a corner. So a really good defender for them. On the line, they got Jason Harden, redshirt senior, 89 overall. He's got good speed, acceleration off the edge. He's got good strength. He can tackle. He's got block shedding, pursuit, hit power is up there. So maybe we look to run to their right. In the middle, they got Dallas Richardson, 89 overall senior. He's got great speed, acceleration. These fast linebackers, they make it tough to break off any big runs, any big plays. So he definitely fits that bill. He can tackle. He got good play rec, good block shedding, great pursuit. Zone coverage is a little down, but his man coverage is up there, and his hit power is up. And then paired with Smith is senior corner Quinn Bonner, 89 overall, 95 speed, 91 excel. He's got great man coverage, elite zone coverage. He can press. Catching is up there. He's got great play rec, great pursuit. Tackling is good for a corner. And again, much like the other great teams we've seen, they've got players at every level that can disrupt. Since we did 5 for offense, we'll do 5 for defense here. Thomas Calhoun, D tackle, 89 overall. Good enough speed, acceleration for D tackle. Strength is up there, tackle. You got power moves, finesse moves, block shed. I got some hit power, pursuit. So we're definitely gonna have our hands full this week. All right, let's check out their depth chart, see if we can find any weaknesses, anything we can take advantage of. Let's find anywhere we have the advantage. At quarterback, Frank Johnson, one of the top quarterbacks in the country. Right behind him, another redshirt junior, Dennis Smith. So if Johnson goes down, they're not going to skip a beat with Smith. And then we got Summers, just a sophomore at 80 overall behind them. Running back doesn't look the greatest. Got 84 overall, 88 speed, 88 excel. But we've shown we've struggled to defend the run. Although last week we made great strides in improving that. But we're going to have to play well to stop Paul Carroll. And their wide receiver room is stacked. There's Jason Hall, Will Wright, Jermaine Swan, and Keith Morris, another senior, Tyrone Levin, a senior. They got freshman Matt Palmer coming in. Tight end wise, they got Drew Means, John Beck, go 1-2, really good. And then Tim Brown behind them. Left tackle, we saw Brian Neely. Left guard at 82. Okay. Can work with that. Still not an advantage for us, but maybe their weakest spot. Center, they go 90. Right guard, 90. Right tackle, 77. All right, so they got enough good offensive linemen, where if we blitz, I always think we can blitz their weakest old linemen, and they got help. So we're going to have to be strategic about that. But George Hill may be somebody we can win some battles with. Defensively, there's Jason Harden, Devin Bell, 83 overall. On the other side, maybe we lean towards, if we run outside, that's where we go. D-tackle, they're stacked up the middle. There's Thomas Calhoun, Gary Patterson, even behind them, David Mosley, Brian Scott, J.J. Ryan, all very good D-tackles. Linebacker-wise, they go Barry Johnson, fairly slow. He's got acceleration, though, only 82 overall. There's Dallas Richardson in the middle. I'm sure he can clean up, get to a lot of plays that maybe Barry Johnson can't. There's Brad Johnson. Again, not the fastest, but they got acceleration. In the defensive backfield, they got Jason Smith, Quinn Bonner we saw, and Brooks Marshall's very good. Adam Horton, and then James Lawrence. So a really solid defensive backfield there on the edges anyways. And then free safety-wise, Alex Tolbert, 87 overall, backed up by the corners. Strong safety-wise, 84 overall. So not a lot of players within our range of overall where we have any advantages, but I think right tackle, somewhere we could win the most. Maybe at left outside linebacker, maybe it's a stretch play if we can take care of Jason Harden and get to Barry Johnson. Maybe something we can win. And then Brad Johnson, again, not the strongest, at 81 overall for a junior. So if we take care of the front four and get to the second level, Dallas Richardson is going to make plays. We know that. He's fast. He's strong. He's 89 overall. But these other two guys, we can maybe get through every now and then. Kicker looks solid. Punter. Levine's their kick returner and punt returner. And then Jamal Ingram is their long snapper. All right, so game plan wise, we don't have many advantages in many areas, but I think we run the ball well enough where we can stay in the game if we can run the ball well and kind of pick and choose our times to pass. Defensively, we just got to continue to stay solid. Again, we'll probably stay in zone most of the time, but there will be times we come with a man blitz. Tackling is going to be key. That's what makes me nervous. Are we going to be able to tackle these top-end elite athletes that they have? If we can do that, we'll stay in the game. If we can't, it might be a little bit like Oregon. But again, our team has shown that they can go into difficult stadiums and play well. And that's kind of what we hang our cap on. It may not always turn out the best, again, like Oregon, but we can rebound, we can respond, we can learn from it, we can continue to get better here. And as we build this program, there's going to be a lot of games like Oregon, there's going to be a lot of games like Georgia, there's going to be a lot of games like Nevada, all kind of mixed in there. And that's what makes it so exciting. All right, with recruiting, scouting, and the game plan done, let's check in on the event wheel and see what's happening with our team this week. All right, first spin gets us hog mollies. We get +5 to our blocking skills and awareness for offensive line. That's going to be huge for us moving forward. Next, we got team whiff, which means all of our defenders get -3 to tackling, which does not bode well for us, given our performance against Oregon. But we'll take that, and we'll do what we can with it. All right, last thing, let's just check in on the game preview. Got number 5 Clemson versus number 25 UNM. That is fun to see. Down below is a little more difficult to look at. Clemson comes in at A- across the board against C+ and B- for us. All the arrows are kind of pointing towards them except for total defense, pass defense, turnover differential, which I think they've got wrong. We're towards the bottom at -4. And Kirk is rolling with Clemson. That's going to be a tough test for us. But, we've got 2 great games to pull from, playing elite teams from Oregon, from Georgia. We'll see if we can't maintain a high level of execution and performance here against Clemson. But that is going to do it for this episode. We've recruited, we've scouted, we've got a game plan. We are prepped and ready to go into Clemson and take on the number 5 ranked team in the nation. So until the next episode, keep gaming, keep growing, and keep celebrating those obscure victories. Game on.